Saprolegnia, like most fungal diseases, are also referred to as mycosis. It forms a tangled mass of branching threads or fibres called mycelium. It is an opportunistic secondary invader disease, and it doesn't attack healthy fish. When referring to salmonids and broodstocks, sexually mature fish, especially males, are very prone to this fungal disease, and it can be a chronic problem. In the fish farming industry, trout farmers usually have a lot of problems with this disease, especially with their eggs. This is because it grows on dead eggs, then spreads to healthy eggs. In both the aquaculture world and the aquarium keeping world, this disease is a big problem for fish like fry. This is due to their weak immune system not being well developed yet. The fungus will get into the gills and be persistent. Once it's in the gills, it will be very difficult to control. You would need to treat this with formalin. If left untreated, this chronic disease will cause the fish's internal tissues to become waterlogged, and the fish will eventually die from excessive hydration. This is an endemic disease, meaning it is widespread in all freshwater systems in the UK. Saprolegnia can also be treated with salts. Like today we have API's freshwater salt, tonic salt. You can also use water softening salt, that also does the same thing. Okay, so now I'm going to be going through the different stages the Saprolegnia fungus goes through in order to colonise elsewhere. So Saprolegnia has 2 stages of reproduction. The first one is asexual, and the other one is sexual. Right, so the difference between each. So the Saprolegnia fungus for asexual produces things called mycelium. So here's the fungus. It will produce cotton-like threads, fibres should I say, called mycelium. Okay, and these are just cotton wool-like spreadings, and at the end of these mycelium they have little capsules called sporangiums. Okay, so these will eventually burst and produce zoospores. So zoospores are the sexual way of reproduction by this fungus. And how that works is these myceliums, at the end the sporangiums will burst and they will produce loads of zoospores like that. Okay? And this will spread onto, let's say you're talking about trout eggs, these zoospores will go onto your trout eggs and go infect all the other healthy tissues and start to colonise elsewhere.